Confluence, once more bringing together some of the region's most influential voices to explore a specific theme. It's the fourth year for the Thought series, and this year's theme, We Make Things, building better communities, businesses, and teams. It's a two-day event happening April 15th and 16th at Kendall College of Art and Design. And it's promising to delve into the innovative ideas shaping West Michigan's future. We're joined today by Brian Cohen. He's the executive director of Confluence to get an inside look at what attendees can expect. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Great to be here.
Let's start with Thought Series for those who aren't familiar with what that concept is.
Sure. Yeah, so a Thought Series, it's different from a conference. It's different than like a seminar. It's a series of conversations that we curate. People from different backgrounds, from different parts of the community, from different sectors of the business world. And what we do is we curate these conversations of people who have, we think, never been on the stage before. So we mix different people to get those conversations that have never happened before.
Yeah, it's almost like you're cherry picking certain people and seeing what would happen if we put them in the room and got them talking.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So we don't go deep into a particular theme or topic. We tend to go wide so that there's lots of different ways to plug in and lots of different people for us to pull in to curate those sessions.
And you did say it is themed, and we're making things this year.
Exactly, yep. So as you know, West Michigan is famous for making products, whether it's furniture or cars or whatever. We did a slight twist on that, and we said, all right, we make physical products, but we also make great businesses, teams, and communities. And how can we bring together people to talk about what West Michigan is doing right in those areas to have a broader impact?
Absolutely. So what does this two-day event look like? I mean, we've talked already about there are going to be some conversations happening. Yep. So what happens when you walk in the door for an attendee of this?
Yep. So it's a full two-day event. We have sessions and those conversations happening in the morning. And then we have what we're calling field trips, where we actually take the attendees out into the community to innovative companies and teams that are doing interesting things. So this year we're visiting Simplicity Communications' new headquarters downtown to talk about what they're doing in the communication space. And we're also doing a hard hat tour of the future Acrisure Amphitheater. Which we're very excited for.
Somebody's going to get a sneak peek at the new Acrisure Amphitheater.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, that alone is going to draw some people, and I'm sure. So let's talk about, this is the fourth year.
Yep.
How has it changed over those 4 years? And we'll maybe talk about why it started in the first place.
Well, yeah, so it started really out of the shutdown in 2020. So myself and other event producers suddenly found ourselves with nothing to do. I thought, let's come together and talk about what we can do once this is all over, how we can positively impact the community. So innovation was really the hook that we landed on, and the Thought Series was an opportunity to really delve deep into particular topics around the community. So this year we talked about making things, but in the past we've looked at medtech, which is a particularly strong sector in this community. We looked at the idea of an innovation rainforest, bringing together lots of different companies and folks to create an entire landscape where tech and innovation can thrive. So it's great. Every year we get to sort of think about, okay, what do we want to focus on? What's important, and how can we provide a platform, again, to move the region forward?
I love that innovation rainforest. That paints a really good picture there of what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. Are there any specific keynotes? Are there any speakers that you're excited about bringing in?
Oh, well, it's sort of like kids. I don't like to
play favorites.
Play favorites. Yeah. But we have some terrific sessions teed up on AI. That's obviously the hot topic. How to introduce AI into your company, how to do it in ways that are safe and can move you along. We have the Acrisure tour that I mentioned.
Sure.
And then we have some terrific workforce development sessions as well, with folks talking about team building, networking, really how to grow your presence and move your career forward.
Well, just a couple, AI alone, I saw that on the list, and that was the one that jumped out at me as well. I was like, yeah, everyone's going to want to learn a little bit about that.
Exactly.
So these conversations are happening, like I mentioned, the 15th and 16th, and we would love to get you there. As I mentioned, Kendall College of Art and Design. And Brian said, it's a full day. You got 8:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon. You can go to confluencefest.com for more information. Brian, are we missing anything?
That was pretty good.
We got it all out?
Pretty good wrap up.
All right. Sounds great. We hope to see you at the Confluence Thought Series for their fourth year at KCAD. We'll be right back.